Hello everybody, this is Elle. I'm going to do a quick, and by quick I mean try to keep it under 10 minutes, walkthrough of a deck that I've been playing, that I just put together, post all of these patches that we've had, with the buffs and new cards from Caverns of Time. Essentially, to get to the meat of it, it is a Clockwork Cube combo deck. You're wanting to copy the Clockworks, and you're wanting to hero power your opponent for a lot of damage. What makes this deck interesting and why I was so interested in trying it out was to run the Trial of Jormungar's card along with the Acidmaw and Dreadscale. These two cards together are great. By themselves, they're great. Pulling them out with the Jormungars and still having them in the deck, fantastic. So let me run through all the cards in the deck real quick and why we're running them, and we'll get through it as fast as possible. So right now we were running Flare. Flare beats Ice Block for the combo, since it can be reduced to 0, especially pretty easily, to cycle, and for your Acidmaw trading, it can remove Stealth, pretty good. Play Dead is the cheapest death rattle trigger for Hunter, fantastic card, tutorable, and pretty good. Finley is the dump your beasts that you draw, Dreadscale and Acidmaw, back into your deck. Early game, it's like basically to re-mulligan, and can also be used later on if you've already played some of your pieces and you're just trying to search for that final piece. Spear of Sapience, we're not running weapons, so this is kind of our put the beast back at the bottom, dig for cards card, pretty helpful. Tour Guide with that 0 mana hero power lets you combo a lot easier, more flexibly. Tracking, just another great card to find your Jormungars or any other pieces that you may need. And then Trinket Tracker to draw one of our 1 mana spells. And you'll notice that we're running 3 1 mana spells. We're also running 3 2 mana spells, and we are running 2 3 mana spells. There is room for one more 3 mana spell, but I think the list is pretty good as it is. Arcane Quiver is your second copy of Tracking. Again, just to help you find the pieces you're looking for. Conjured Arrow is a Acidmaw activator. It can deal with something small, and it draws you cards. It's fantastic. Also, if you hit it with the Arcane Quiver, it can just draw you 3 cards. Dirty Rat is our Tony Druid Copium, and also can pull things into our Jormungar combo board. Feign Death is our second Play Dead. Not as good, but it can trigger multiple cubes, which can come up. Zephrys, the best Reno card, really good for that turn 3 wild growth. Can find you that lightning storm, the whirlwind, whatever you need. Acidmaw, fantastic card by itself, but really good with the Dreadscale. Aim Shot also works with Acidmaw, gives us that extra, essentially the first doubling of our hero power damage. So it acts as if an automaton, it can give you 1 less, it can help you close the game out without a full combo. Dreadscale, really good against the totems and pirates, really good with Acidmaw, really annoying to deal with. Revive Pet is our third copy of one of these 2 beasts. If you do the Jormungars first and then you draw 1, you can play this and play the Revive Pet to get the other one, because we're not really running very many beasts at all. We have Terrorscale Stalker. It's a 3 mana 3/3. Useful, has the death rattle trigger if we have it in hand when we combo, instead of the Yodeler, but still not bad. Timeline Accelerator can get us our automaton and reduce its cost, which just helps to combo. Zola, very flexible card, can get you that second Thorson earlier on, can get you an extra Dreadscale, can get you whatever you really kind of need. A cover artist, if you're in a pinch, you can copy your opponent's minion. You have lots of good minions in this deck to copy. You can do some pretty wild stuff with it, like Agrimar, the cube, like I mentioned earlier, and hitting your Feign Death to trigger both of them. E.T.C has an extra Clockwork and Cube, mainly for all of the disruption that's out there, and also an extra Trial to get that 4 turn 4 E.T.C, turn 5 Trial. It's fantastic. Since these other two cards are pretty pivotal to the combo, that's why they're in there. You could cycle it for another play dead or something if you're not seeing a lot of disruption, but that's why I landed on those. Polkel is amazing in this deck. It gets you to all your high value cards that you want, your combo cards. It keeps you from drawing your beasts. Obviously, right now with the plagues and a few other shuffle style decks that kind of exist right now. And by a few, I really think it's just the plagues, but bombs and things like that. People trying the new bomb warrior card. This it can be disrupted, but it's really good to draw your top end and to keep you from drawing those beasts. Yelling Yodeler, that double death rattle trigger is fantastic. It's not the best in that it takes up a board slot, just like the 3-mana one, but it triggering twice is really good. Barak, that's mainly why we're running the specific spells that we're running, because they're all fetch spells and combo pieces. And that's exactly what he draws. Once we Lore Keeper, he can still fish them out for us. It's really good. Cube, you gotta run Cube. He's pretty necessary. Clockwork, same thing. Thorson, pretty pivotal to the deck as well. You gotta get those discounts or else you can't combo all in one turn. Makes it pretty difficult. Trial, such a good card. The whole reason for the deck, fun. Even if you don't hit the combo perfectly, you can still pull the other copy. And then you can put the first copy in Revive Pet. It's still very useful. Agrimar. Oh, backing up. The fact that it's copies, really good. Because you can still draw those cards later and play them again. It's fantastic. And you can get 2 copies in this deck of this. So playing both copies and then drawing both of them and playing them again, hilarious. Agrimar. Yes, I'm a shill. I got the Diamond Agrimar. I don't normally drop money like that, but this card has been one of my favorite Reno Hunter cards, and I play a lot of Hunter. I'm about at 2,000 wins or so, which is more than I think any of the other classes. I play a lot, but not like a lot, not like a content creator. I've been playing since Mean Streets came out, so I'm not like I'm not crazy good. I don't play a ton, but I figured with one of the most played classes that I have, I should go ahead and get this card, especially when he goes in almost every deck that I play. He has so many control options. He's so flexible. The weapon is great. Getting the draw, if you can copy this with Cover Artist, if you're comfortable with your reduction, drawing 2 cards on 1 weapon every swing, it's fantastic. And then obviously Reno, you can't run a Reno deck without putting Reno in it. That's basically it. So the main kind of way that you'd want to play this deck is you don't draw your beasts. At some point, you either play Trial or you play Lore Keeper. Lore Keeper is so important to this deck to like have a smooth transition into the late game. You play your Lore Keeper, you possibly heal up, or you stick an Agrimar and you start drawing some cards and removing stuff. Then you Trial, remove your opponent's board once again, make them answer the Acidmaw and the Dreadscale. Anything that attacks the Dreadscale, the Acidmaw that doesn't have Divine Shield, will immediately die, so it can kind of trade up on its own. And those 2 4/2s are just already annoying enough to deal with. And then hopefully you're drawing with your Agrimar, or you've already drawn some cards. So you play Emperor, and then you play Cover Artist on 9, or you Emperor and Zola on 8. Keep going until you have at least one of the spells reduced, and you have Clockwork, Carnivorous, and Yelling Yodeler, or the, what is it called? I always forget the name of it. Terrorscale. So kind of the goal is going to be playing either that 1 or 3 mana Clockwork, playing your 3 mana Cube on it, playing your 0 mana Feign Death or Play Dead, possibly the Yelling Yodeler or the Terrorscale, and hopefully you can get 5 of the cubes or the automatons onto the board. If you played Aim Shot previously, that 4 damage with those 5 automatons will do 128 damage. If you played your tour guide, you'll be doing that for free, and you are going to make your opponent cry. there it is. 10 minutes. Great list. Give it a shot. Tell me how it goes. And I'll see you in game. This has been L/Overdramatic, and I'm out.